I remember the first speech I ever gave at Toastmasters. Afterwards, I sat down and I really didn't know how well I'd done. It was a pretty nervous experience for me. I mean, did I remember my gestures? Did I speak clearly? Did I make good eye contact? Well, all my questions were answered when another member of the club gave me my first evaluation. He was really, really nice about it. He even said I did a great job with my voice. He offered me some really useful tips on how to make better transitions between the points I was trying to make. Well, they helped a lot, and it didn't hurt a bit. So now I use what I've learned, and I help others who are starting out with Toastmasters. And I mentor others and offer them the support and encouragement that I received when I first started.
I initially joined Toastmasters when I found out I was going to be on the board of directors for my local realtor association and would need to deliver presentations to them. And I was terrified. I had never spoken in front of large groups of people before. So someone suggested Toastmasters. And I joined Toastmasters, I must say, with trepidation, but it was a necessity. The very first speech I gave was very tough for me, and I was very frightened. But as I practiced, the fear subsided. And I no longer was paralyzed by speaking, but rather, and much to my surprise, I really enjoyed it.
I've really come out of my shell since becoming a member of Toastmasters. I was pretty shy growing up and have always been a bit uncomfortable when it came to speaking in front of others, especially when I had to make presentations. At work, I've had to present in front of the management team several times, and after I finished, I never thought I did as great a job as I should have. That was before Toastmasters. Now I'm much more comfortable speaking in front of others. It just doesn't intimidate me anymore. I have noticed such an improvement in how comfortable I am, and at the same time I've met some very nice people who've been so supportive of my progress and growth. I had no idea how much I would enjoy getting better at doing something like speaking.
I'm really all about self-improvement, and when I heard about Toastmasters, it just seemed like the next logical step for me to take to become a better person. I really needed help professionally, speaking to groups, and just talking one-on-one with people I didn't always feel comfortable. And after Toastmasters, it's like my favorite thing to do. I really enjoy it. Oh, and another thing. It's not all serious all the time. It's actually a lot of fun. I've met some of my best friends here in town through Toastmasters, and we really enjoy our meetings together. We're a really diverse group of people. We're from all over the world, but we do have one thing in common. We want to get better at what we're doing, and that's what Toastmasters is all about.
Toastmasters has really helped me express myself more clearly. I'm still working on it, which is one of the things that is so great about Toastmasters. There are people from all different levels, from beginning speakers like I was, to people who speak professionally and want to practice and get feedback on their presentations. There are so many reasons I love going to my Toastmasters group. And it's not all about my own improvement. I really have come to appreciate the people in my group, and I'm so looking forward to watching them grow, like I have.
I remember I was so nervous the first time I experienced table topics. I wasn't sure if I could think of anything good to say, but watching other people, I saw how much fun it was, so I raised my hand to try. At first, my hands were shaking, standing in front of everyone. The question was, what are your 3 favorite things in the world? So I started talking. Then I forgot what my 3rd favorite thing was, but I saw the people in the crowd smiling at me. They were so encouraging. The timer light turned on green, which meant I had talked long enough. That first minute seemed pretty long, it's true. Even though I never even said what my 3rd favorite thing was, they applauded me at the end. And the next week, I tried it again, and believe it or not, I won a ribbon. This showed me that it only takes just once to step out of my comfort zone, and then it only gets easier. Toastmasters has been a great example of this. Thank you, Toastmasters.
There is so much competition in my work environment that it makes it more important than ever to keep my skills sharp. My senior manager was the one who first introduced me to Toastmasters. I asked her how she was so comfortable leading our weekly sales meetings. They were always so motivating and inspiring. She told me that she owed it all to Toastmasters. Well, that made me curious to find out how, so I went to a meeting with her. At that time, I was scheduled to give a big presentation at work to some of our investors. I ended up practicing my presentation to the Toastmasters group several times, which gave me the confidence I needed to really shine on the day that I presented to the investors. Let's just say that the meeting went very well. So, not only does my manager have Toastmasters to thank, but now I do too.
I'm not someone who likes to compare himself to others. I feel like I always do my best. My company had asked me to do a presentation at one of our meetings, and I feel like I really embarrassed myself. It went really bad. I felt like I was about to lose my job to someone else who was better at getting their point across than I was, and I was just not going to let that happen. It didn't matter whether anyone else believed in me or not. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could be a better speaker. And when I first came to Toastmasters, I didn't really know what to expect. But what I found was the group was so easygoing and just non-judgmental. That they were so accepting about everyone else's different backgrounds and level of experience, and I really liked that in the group. I found that my experience with Toastmasters was one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
I remember the first speech I ever gave at Toastmasters. Afterwards, I sat down and I really didn't know how well I'd done. It was a pretty nervous experience for me. Did I remember my gestures? Did I speak clearly? Did I make good eye contact? Well, all my questions were answered when another member of the club gave me my first evaluation. He was really, really nice about it. He even said I did a great job with my voice. He offered me some really useful tips on how to make better transitions between the points I was trying to make. Well, they helped a lot, and it didn't hurt a bit. So now I use what I've learned, and I help others who are starting out with Toastmasters. And I mentor others and offer them the support and encouragement that I received when I first started.
I had a great time at my first Toastmasters meeting. I had no idea it would actually be fun. I had some bad experiences in the past delivering speeches. Sometimes I just didn't practice, and others I would just get so nervous in front of the crowd. Well, Toastmasters has really helped me how to plan out my speeches and to expect the unexpected. It's also given me great practice with speaking on the spot. There's nothing like when your boss asks you a question and you can't think of an answer. Well, that's one of the main things Toastmasters has helped me with, being able to respond confidently without being thrown off guard. Now, that takes practice, and that's why I keep coming back to Toastmasters.
The first time I went to a Toastmasters meeting, I had just arrived from India, and 2 days later my husband took me to Toastmasters. I did not know what to do, but everyone made me feel very comfortable. I went a few times and I saw people speaking so nicely in front of a large audience, and I wanted to do that. It's not only been improving my communication skills, it is like making me more confident. It's making me, I can do this, I can go around and I can speak with the people and feel confident about it. A while back I gave my icebreaker and everyone said it was wonderful, and I got the Best Speaker award. Then I gave my second speech and again I got the Best Speaker award. It really boosted my self-confidence, and now it is okay. I feel very comfortable and it boosts me up to go further.